This story is written entirely by artificial intelligence. The title is Shadows of Guilt. In the heart of the city, where the lights dim and the shadows stretch, a tale of intrigue and betrayal unfolds. Detective Liam Carter, a seasoned officer with a knack for unraveling the city's darkest mysteries, finds himself embroiled in a case that would test the limits of his resolve and question his perception of justice. The night was as dark as it was silent, a rare occurrence in the bustling metropolis. The sudden ringing of his phone shattered the quiet, dragging Carter from the depths of his thoughts. On the line was Chief Anderson, his voice grave. "Carter, we've got a situation. There's been a murder in the East End. I need you on this, now." Arriving at the scene, Carter was greeted by the all-too-familiar tapestry of chaos and despair that accompanies such tragedies. The victim, a young woman with a promising future, lay lifeless in an alley, her dreams forever silenced. The initial examination suggested nothing out of the ordinary, a robbery gone wrong, perhaps. Yet, as Carter delved deeper, inconsistencies began to surface, painting a picture far more complex than a mere act of random violence. The first clue came from an unexpected source, a small, intricately carved figurine clutched in the victim's hand. It was an unusual piece, one that seemed out of place amidst the backdrop of the crime scene. This clue led Carter down a rabbit hole of secrets and lies, weaving through the lives of those who knew the victim. Each person he interviewed seemed to hide a fragment of the truth, like pieces of a puzzle waiting to be solved. As days turned into nights, and nights into relentless pursuits, Carter found himself facing an adversary unlike any he had encountered before. The killer was always one step ahead, leaving behind a trail of cryptic messages and clues that seemed to mock the very efforts to catch them. It was a game of cat and mouse, played on a board where the stakes were life and death. The breakthrough came when Carter revisited the scene for the umpteenth time, his eyes catching a detail previously overlooked. A series of faint footprints, almost imperceptible, led away from the alley. Following this new lead with dogged determination, Carter unraveled a web of corruption that reached the upper echelons of the city's elite, a revelation that would shake the very foundations of the community. In the end, it wasn't just about solving the murder. It was about uncovering the layers of deceit that had allowed such a crime to occur. Carter realized that the shadows cast by guilt were long, touching even those who believed themselves beyond reproach. The case closed, but the scars it left behind would take far longer to heal. As Carter stood overlooking the city, the dawn breaking the night's hold, he couldn't help but wonder if justice had truly been served. In a world where the lines between right and wrong were often blurred, he pondered the cost of the truth and the price of a conscience clear.